summertime baseball to Orofino American Legion Baseball. A Central Idaho Broadcasting sports presentation, Merchants Baseball takes another step towards the elite of single-A Idaho baseball teams. Merchants Baseball is brought to you by the many fine sponsors you're going to hear from today, but without further ado, we send it off to the ball field with Jeff Jones and CJ Thompson for the play-by-play.
Well, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the ballpark at Orofino as we get ready to kick off the 2022 Orofino American Legion baseball season. I'm Jeff Jones. Want to thank you for listening in. Of course, we were all set to bring you the opening day of American Legion baseball this past Sunday when the Pullman Posse were to pay a visit, but if you remember correctly, weather-wise, we just had an absolute downpour of rain. So the home opener was canceled, and so now our home opener is here today against Camas Prairie, the Zephyrs. The Camas Prairie Zephyrs are basically the Grangeville High School baseball team. The Orofino Merchants, as you are going to be hearing here very shortly, are made up of several different schools, and we'll kind of go over that as the afternoon goes along. We're going to hurry things along here because Grangeville elected not to take infield outfield. The Merchants just wrapped theirs up. The umpires are standing at their home plate with our head coaches, exchanging lineups, going over ground rules. So we'll take a break, and when we come back, it'll be the Riverside Physical Therapy schedules and scores. We're back after this.
I'm all about keeping my family driving safe. Dad, pothole.
Got it.
So I insist we choose Les Schwab tires for safety services like brakes, steering, and alignment. Stuff those cheap tire centers don't offer. Because I want a backseat drive with confidence. Dad, speed check.
Hit the road safely with Les Schwab and save up to $150 when you buy select tires with financing. Les Schwab Tires, celebrating 70 years of doing the right thing. Limited time offer. Terms and conditions apply. See leschwab.com/sale for details.
Summertime is the right time to barbecue. Your Best Built Builder Supply Orofino has exactly what you need to make outdoor gatherings a true hit. The Traeger Pro 22 wood pellet grill gives you 572 square inches of grilling space and an 18-pound hopper for extended cooking time, now $649.99. Plus, you'll find all the cooking tools and maintenance product for your Traeger grill on the shelves of your Orofino Best Built Builder Supply.
Good luck, grads of Orofino and Timberline High Schools. Hi, this is Marilyn at Orofino Marketplace. On behalf of everyone here, we wish the Maniacs and Spartans the best in your continued success.
There's good news for area shoppers. Orofino Marketplace is now a Harvest Food store. Great buying power for your family 7 days a week when you shop Orofino Marketplace, your new Harvest Foods location.
Home of the 10-pound meat sale. Orofino Marketplace, where we say congratulations, graduates.
Riverside Physical Therapy is excited for the graduating classes of 2022 in our area. They wish to also send special greetings and best wishes to Timberline High grads Micah Nelson, Casey Gillamcar, Kaylee Falwell, and Jaron Christofferson. And from Kamei High, Lucas Crow, Jack Wilkins, and Cav Mercer. These young men and women will go on to do special things in their lives, and we're very proud of them at Riverside Physical Therapy. Good luck, grads.
Well, we'd like to welcome you all back. I'm Jeff Jones. It's time for Riverside Physical Therapy schedules and scores. If you're suffering from a long-standing ache or pain that just won't go away, seek help from Allison Thomas and the trusted team at Riverside Physical Therapy. Open Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Make an appointment today and get on the track to a healthier summer. Well, one Legion baseball game to report on. The LC Cubs yesterday went on the road to face off with the Asotan Blues. 4 Cub pitchers combined to throw a one-hitter as the visitors went on to an 8-0 victory over Asotan. Guy Crosselt had 3 hits, along with Zach Bambasino, who had a double. With the win, LC climbs to 2-1-1. The Cubs will pay a visit to Orofino next Friday for the first of a doubleheader. That'll begin at 1 o'clock. Double-A Legion ball on tap for today has the LC Twins at home against the Spokane Crew, and the Palouse Patriots travel north to Spokane to face off with the North Stars. And Seattle Mariner baseball, last game today versus Houston in the rubber match Our broadcasts of Mariner baseball will resume on Friday when Seattle takes on the Boston Red Sox. And that, my friends, is schedules and scores. When we come back, the starting lineups and our first pitch of the game after this.
His wife's words echoed in his mind.
You never fix anything around here.
Well, today that would change. He would fix the water heater. He'd show her that he wasn't just the man of the house, he was the handyman of this house. He was more than capable. Oh, no. And we covered it. UFH2O. Talk to farmers. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Hi, this is Greg Kimberling. We invite you to see us at our new location at 622 Bryden Avenue in Lewiston.
Today you have numerous options when selecting your IRA, and deciding which account is right for you is one of the most important decisions you will make for your financial future. Hi, this is Terry Bowling with Camas Financial Services. Give me a call to find out which IRA fits your financial needs or to update your current IRA savings strategy. You can reach me, Terry Bowling, at 476-7100 or stop by my office at 230 Johnson Avenue in Orofino to set up a free, no-obligation appointment today. Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC. Hi, this is Terry Bowling with Camas Financial Services. I am available to help you select the right investment options when you are faced with early retirement, changing or losing a job, or any other lifestyle changes that warrant a review of your financial plan. You can reach me, Terry Bowling, at 476-7100 or stop by my office at 230 Johnson Avenue, Orofino, to set up a free, no-obligation appointment today. Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC.
P1FCU wants to help you get out and explore the Pacific Northwest. Each time you make a purchase with your P1FCU debit MasterCard, you get entered to win a weekly prize. You'll also get entered to win our grand prize getaway, including 2 e-bikes and a stay at Silver Mountain. Win a little adventure from P1FCU, a Pacific Northwest original since 1938. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited. Find official rules and complete details at p1fcu.org/adventure. Insured by NCUA.
We welcome you back. Let's run down the starting lineups for the Camas Prairie Zephyrs. They are coached by Mr. David Shears, a former Orofino merchant. He's assisted by Neil Lockhart and Adam Gokoya. Leading it off, it'll be left fielder Ray Holes. Colton McElroy is hitting second. He'll play defensively in center. The third baseman, David Gokoya, will hit third. And then in the cleanup spot, it's Ryan Lockhart, the shortstop. Sam Lindsley is today's pitcher. He'll hit fifth, followed by Noah Beeler. We'll get along with the rest of them here is the first pitch. It's wide for ball one, and we are underway. So again, Beeler hits sixth, and seventh and the catcher is Cody Clement. Hitting eighth in the order is Carter Shears, the right fielder, and then Taven Ebert, the second baseman, rounds out. And the ground ball is hit over to the left side of the infield. Schneider's got it, and the toss across is good, and there is one gone. Defensively for the Merchants, Drew Hanna is on the hill. Nate Guinard is catching. Dash Barlow at first. Steve Bradbury at second. Louis Fabian is at third. Easton Schneider at short. Traben Altman in left field. Joe Sperano in center, and Gavin Christofferson is in right. So there's one gone for McElroy. Nobody out on the sacks for the Camas Prairie Zephyrs. First pitch in there ends up low for a ball to Colton. Again, unfortunately, the officials wanted to get this underway quickly, and so we are 8 minutes early on this game. Pitch is a strike to McElroy as Drew Hanna, a right-hander working from the windup, works the outside half of the dish to the right-handed hitter at the plate. The 1-1, there's a bender swung through for strike two. This is the start of the American Legion Baseball. Class A for the Merchants. Here's the 1-2, a fastball misses away. 2 balls and 2 strikes. This Camas Prairie team is virtually the same team that we saw when the Grangeville Bulldogs, the high school team, came here. Here's the 2-2. Swung on. It's going to be popped up high on the infield. It's second baseman Bradbury who ventures out onto the outfield grass to make the catch, and there are 2 gone. But Ray Holes, Colton McElroy, David Gokoya, Ryan Lockhart, Sam Lindsley, Noah Beeler, Cody Clement, Carter Shears, Taven Ebert. These are all Grangeville Bulldogs. Nobody out on the bags with 2 gone here in the top of the first. Gokoya waves at the first pitch, fouls at home plate, 0-1. The Bulldogs, as you might remember, were the first team ousted in the high school district tournament for 1-2. And a fastball just a touch low for a ball, 1 ball and 1 strike. Grangeville has a very good team, however. The 1-1. A little high, the next offering from right-hander Drew Hanna for ball 2, 2 balls and a strike. Working from the windup, this is Drew Hanna, the young right-hander. He fires a curveball, swung on a chopper over to the left side of the infield. Schneider has it once again, and the toss is good, and that's it, as the Camas Prairie Zephyrs go down in order here in the top of the first. So when we return, it'll be the bottom of the first. We'll bring you the Orofino Merchant lineup after this.
We toss them, they're awesome. Pizza Factory.
While we may choose to dine in a little more than past, it's nice to know when you just gotta have pizza, it's available from Orofino's Pizza Factory. Delicious and great pizza, baked spaghetti, hot wings, and the best breadsticks. Order contact-free and we'll deliver to your door or when you drive up to ours. 307 Michigan Avenue in Orofino, the Pizza Factory.
They're awesome. Pizza Factory.
Good luck, grads of Orofino and Timberline High Schools. Hi, this is Marilyn at Orofino Marketplace. On behalf of everyone here, we wish the Maniacs and Spartans the best in your continued success.
There's good news for area shoppers. Orofino Marketplace is now a Harvest Food store. Great buying power for your family 7 days a week when you shop Orofino Marketplace, your new Harvest Foods location.
Home of the 10-pound meat sale. Orofino Marketplace, where we say congratulations, graduates.
We're back here at the ballpark at Orofino. I'm Jeff Jones. Let's run down the starting lineups for the Orofino Merchants. One of the new names that you'll be hearing, Louis Fabi, is today's third baseman. He'll lead it off for the Merchants. Joe Sperano, the center fielder, hits second. First baseman and hitting third, Dash Barlow. Catching today for the Merchants, Nate Guinard. He will hit in the cleanup spot. Steve Bradbury is the second baseman. Easton Schneider hits sixth. He, of course, is at shortstop as well. Today's starting pitcher, Drew Hanna, hits seventh. Eighth in the order, Gavin Christofferson, the right fielder. And then rounding it out, it's Traven Altman, the left fielder. For the Merchants, Fabi, Sperano, Barlow, Guinard, Bradbury, Schneider, Hanna, Christofferson, and Altman. The Merchants are coached by Dylan Midstock, and he is assisted by Rocky Barlow. All kinds of stories to tell you about. So Fabi, Louis Fabi, who leads it off for the Merchants, he is one of the two Clearwater Valley players from Atakuski. Well, and of course, if you followed baseball in the small divisions, the 1As, Clearwater Valley, who is a 6th seed, I believe, just caught fire at the district tournament and won the district tournament to advance into state. Unfortunately for Clearwater Valley, they did not medal at state, but they still played exceptionally well. Fabi will step in. Sam Lindsley, he's a right-hander, fires the first pitch. It's fouled off, 0-1. Lindsley on the hill, Cody Clement catching, Noah Beeler at first, Taven Ebert at second, David Gokoya at third, Ryan Lockhart at short, then it's Holes, McElroy, and Shears from left to right. Fastball misses away for a ball to Louis. 1 ball and 1 strike. Thanks a lot for listening to Orofino American Legion Baseball. I'm Jeff Jones here on 13 KLER Orofino and on our YouTube channel, KLER1300 AM. There's a slider taken for a strike. 1 ball and 2 strikes now to the kid who wears 7 on his back, Louis Fabi. Merchants wearing their red tops and white pants. Pitch is outside to Fabi. 2 balls and 2 strikes. He quickly jumps in, measures the plate, does Fabi, and the right-hander Lindsley kicks and fires. Pitch is swung on and fouled at home plate, and I think he's going to have to come back. He hustled right up the line. There's no quitting that young man, I'll tell you. Must have completely missed it, and the ball got away from Clement. Our home plate umpire did not say that it was a foul ball, so Louis is on, strikes out, and then an opportunity for the throw, but Clement just couldn't come up with the pitch. So Sperano now takes a fastball low and inside for a ball. I'll tell you what, Louis Fabi, the leadoff guy for the Merchants, he's got a lot of speed up that first base line. 1 ball and no strikes to Joe Sperano. And the fastball misses away for ball 2. We've seen Sam Lindsley, of course, a couple of times this year in the high school ranks. The Lindsley kids up on the Camas Prairie, they just keep coming along. Here's the 2-0 on the way. Swinging strike 1. Joe has the okay to take a hack at a 2-0 pitch. Just over the top of a fastball. Dash Barlow was on deck in the hole. Nate Guinard. Now the 2-1. Outside, ball skips away from Clement, and so Louis Fabi is going to take advantage of that, and he is at second base on the wild pitch. So the Merchants have a base runner in scoring position here. We're in the bottom of the first inning. Bulldogs went down quietly, or excuse me, my apologies. The Zephyrs went down quietly in their half of the inning. 2-1 on the way to Joe, and it is low. That was a 3-1 pitch, and so ball 4. So Joe draws a base on balls. First walk issued by starting pitcher Sam Lindsley.
Bernard.
2 base runners on without aid of a hit, and that's going to bring up the left-handed schmacker, Dash Barlow. Runners will take their leads, and working from the stretch is Lindsley. He'll come with the first pitch. It's going to be swung on, popped up behind home plate, and that'll be a quick strike on Dash.
Please return all foul balls to the dugout, please.
Rocky Barlow coaching at first. Dylan Midstock over at third. Merchants with a golden opportunity to get something done here early in this baseball game. There's a curveball that misses way outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. So the Merchants were to start the season here this past weekend with the Pullman Posse. We were all excited about that. But then it got a rain out. 1-1 pitch now on the way. Barlow swung on a ground ball past the second baseman out into right field. Rounding third is Fabi. He's going to come home. The throw is cut off by the first baseman, and the Merchants have a 1-0 lead on an RBI single off of the bat of Dash Barlow. On the play, Sperano goes from first all the way over to third. Dash Barlow picks up the Merchants' first hit of the 2022 campaign, a hard hit single just to the left of Taven Ebert at second base out into right field. So runners at the corners. Guinard hitting in the cleanup spot. Another lefty, and he will swing through the first pitch, strike 1. So Fabi, as we told you, from Clearwater Valley. Nate Guinard. He is from Genesee, one of 2 Genesee Bulldogs on this team. Pitches in the dirt. It's knocked down at the plate by Clement. 1 ball and 1 strike. Dash Barlow thought about taking off for second, but he got held up by his coach. 1 ball and 1 strike to the left-handed hitter Nate Guinard, today's starting catcher, and now Nate will step out of the box. Signs coming in from Midstock. Nothing happening from Cody Clement behind the plate, so it doesn't look as though they're going to try and make a play at second. Pitch is high, heading for second. The throw is out into center field. And so easily trotting home from third base is Joe Sperano to give the Merchants a 2-0 lead. Cody Clement just airmailed a throw out into center field when Dash Barlow slowly sauntered off to second base. They wanted to get the throw, and they did. 2-0 now. Gunnard swings through the next pitch. 1 ball and 2 strikes. A runner in scoring position. The Merchants with 2 across here in the bottom of the first. 2-0 Orofino. Nobody gone here. And a swinging third strike, and that'll do it for Nate. He is the first out here in the frame. That is actually the second strikeout for Lindsley, as Fabi struck out, but he
At bat number 15,
was able to make it to first on the pass ball.
Number 1, Schneider.
Bradbury now hitting from the right side. Takes a pitch for a strike. Looked a little tight. Our home plate umpire says strike 1. Bradbury hands right down on the knob of the bat, looking for a full swing. No throw to second base as Dash Barlow dives back into the bag. Sam Lindsley just turned and cocked his right arm over his shoulder and got him to go back to the bag. Pitch is high, the fastball to Steve. 1 ball and 1 strike. Right now the Merchants 2 runs on a hit. They've got another runner in scoring position. That's Dash Barlow, who takes his lead. And now the 1-1. Outside, knocked down behind the plate by Clement. He keeps it in front of him as the ball rolls up the first base line. 2-1. Sam Lindsley struggling right now to get the location he needs. He's gotten so far 2 called strikes. 2-1 pitch. Pitch is swung on. It's going to be popped up off with the mask as Clement, but this one is going to make the stands. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Lindsley working from the stretch, has that right foot in front of the rubber, peers in for a sign from Clement. Now he'll look back to second base. Digs his hand into the glove, comes with a 2-2, and swinging at a slider off the dish is Bradbury for strike 3. 2 away now. That's the 3rd strikeout for Sam Lindsley.
At bat number 1.
And that's
Schneider.
going to bring up today's starting shortstop,
Hand.
Easton Schneider. The Merchants right now with 10 players on their roster. Pitches outside. Clement has it go off this glove. Here's the throw to third. It's not in time. Sliding in safely is Barlow. So give Dash Barlow a stolen base. And the Merchants in business once again. 1 ball and no strikes to Schneider standing at home plate. Lindsley deals to the plate. Pitch is swung on. It's going to be hit hard and foul off to the right out of play. A ball and a strike. Just a little late on that swing of Schneider. If he's able to come around on that a little bit quicker, he's going to slice that up the right field line. Count is a ball and a strike to number 1 at the plate. Here's the next pitch to him. It's low for ball 2. Dash Barlow knows that he's going to have to get a little bit of a lead over there at third base. If anything gets away from Clement, he's going to try and score. The 2-1 on the way. And this one skips away from Clement down the line, and scoring from third base is Dash Barlow. The Merchants now with a 3-0 lead. This on a wild pitch from Sam Lindsley that's in the dirt. Clement tried to short hop it. It went off the heel of his glove and over his right shoulder all the way back to the warning track. No possibility of a play. And so Orofino now up 3-0. And the pitch is outside to Easton for ball 4. Second walk given up by Lindsley of the Zephyrs. So the Merchants get a chance to continue to add to their lead here in the bottom of the first. Drew Hanna, one of the youngsters on this ball team, hitting from the right side. Pitch is through the wickets of Clement, and so down to second base goes Easton Schneider. We're going to give Easton a stolen base on that because Cody Clement had that ball. It looked as though it was in his glove. And then he reached up, and the ball was at his feet, swinging strike to Drew, and the count runs to a ball and a strike. From the stretch, Lindsley checks the runner at second. He'll come to the plate. Pitches swung through for strike 2. Lindsley with 3 strikeouts here in the frame, but Orofino gets 4 outs by virtue of Louis Fabi. And a pitch is taken for a ball, just a little low, to even it up at 2-2. Fabi struck out, but was able to make first when the ball got away from Clement. Now the 2-2 Lindsley pitch on the way, swinging third strike, and that's going to do it for the Merchants. They pick up 3 runs on a hit. They leave 1 out there after an inning of play. Orofino 3, Camas Prairie nothing. We'll come back right after this.
Riverside Physical Therapy is excited for the graduating classes of 2022 in our area. They wish to also send special greetings and best wishes to Timberline High grads Micah Nelson, Casey Gillamcar, Kaylee Falwell, and Jaron Christofferson. And from Kamei High, Lucas Crow, Jack Wilkins, and Cav Mercer. These young men and women will go on to do special things in their lives, and we're very proud of them at Riverside Physical Therapy. Good luck, grads.
Orofino and Timberline High Schools will honor their graduating class of 2022 Friday, June 10th with commencement exercises, and you're invited to attend. Atkinson Distributing, a longtime backer of both the Maniacs and Spartans, hopes you'll come out and wish these fine young men and women the best as they spread their wings and make their way through the world. These graduates have worked extremely hard the past 12 years, and Atkinson Distributing hope you'll wish them the best. From Atkinson Distributing, good luck, grads.
Back here at the ballpark. Want to thank you for listening in. I'm Jeff Jones, KLER. It's American Legion Baseball, and after an inning of play, Orofino leads Camas Prairie 3-0. For the Zephyrs, they are going to be bringing up the middle third of their order, Ryan Lockhart, Sam Lindsley, and Noah Beeler. We're looking at hitters 4, 5, and 6, as Drew Hanna in the first inning for the Merchants was able to induce 2 ground ball outs to the shortstop Schneider and 1 pop-up to Bradbury over at second. So Ryan Lockhart will step in. He will hit from the left side. Stretches as he steps into the batter's box, and here's the first pitch by Drew Hanna. Swung on, it's going to be hit high in the air. Shallow left center field, and it's going to drop in. It gets past the glove of Sperano, but it'll be a long single for Ryan Lockhart for the Camas Prairie Zephyrs. So both teams now with a hit. Just a little flare that Joe Sperano was playing relatively deep out in center field. And this one drops just to his right. That's going to bring up today's starting pitcher, Sam Lindsley. Lindsley getting his signs up the third base line from head coach David Shears. And of course, if that's a name you might remember from American Legion Ball, Shears played 2 years for the Merchants. Pitch on the way to Lindsley is a strike at the belt, 0-1. Drew comes with the first pitch changeup. Hanna working from the stretch as he takes a look at Lockhart, who's got a short lead over at first. Held on by Barlow. Slider, oh gosh, that's in there for a called strike 2. Looks as though it's a little high, but you take a look at Sam Lindsley as he stands down there. I believe he is about 6'3", maybe 6'4". And now Hanna will have a waste pitch he can toss up there to see if he can get Lindsley swinging at something outside the zone. Low and inside for ball 1 is the pitch from Hanna. And now time called as Nate Guinard will head out and have a quick visit with Drew Hanna. Perfect opportunity for us to say thanks for listening in to American Legion Baseball here on 13 KLER. Conversation all over with, and Guinard settles in behind home plate. Count as a ball and 2 strikes to the hitter Sam Lindsley for Camas Prairie. Swings at this one. It's going to be fouled out of play to the right. Count will remain 1-2. In case you've just joined us, the Merchants pick up 3 runs in their half of the first inning on just 1 hit. It is 3-0. Ryan Lockhart move over to first base, and Lockhart dives into the bag just ahead of the throw and under the tag by Barlow. And a curveball stays up high. Count once again to Sam, 2-2. Here's the next pitch. That is a called third strike, and Lindsley will have to sit down as Drew Hanna gets him with a slider that rolls off of the dish. The first strikeout for right-hander Drew Hanna and the Merchants.
At bat number 9, Beller on deck.
1 away, 1 aboard for Camas Prairie. That's going to bring up Noah Beeler. Another big right-hander for this Camas Prairie squad. Runner going. Here's the throw. And the tag is applied, but the ball comes out of the glove of Bradbury, who covers the bag. Or, excuse me, that was Schneider. And so a stolen base to Lockhart. The pitch was a strike to Beeler, and the count 0-1. Good jump by Lockhart to steal that bag at second. Nice throw by Gunnard. It was just a little to the first base side of second, and the ball came out of the glove of Schneider. Here's the 0-1. Fastball swung on and hit foul back into the screen. 0-2. Lockhart at second. Beeler at the plate with 1 gone here in the Zephyr half of the second inning. Cody Clement on deck, and Carter Shears is in the hole. And now the 0-2 pitch on the way to young Mr. Beeler. Curveball swung on, and getting just a piece of it is Beeler to keep his AB alive. Pitch started a little high, and then it started to drop down rather into the zone, and Beeler a little late on the swing because he thought that ball was going to stay high, and he got just a piece of it. 0-2. The pitch to Beeler. There's a called third strike, and Beeler will go down looking. 2 away now. That's the second strikeout for right-hander Drew Hanna. Again, a runner in position to score. That's Ryan Lockhart, who singled to start this frame off. Here is the catcher, Cody Clement. Hanna will continue to work from the stretch. Couple of looks out at second base. And now, here's the first pitch in there for a called strike. The curveball to Cody. 0-1. Drew with that right foot planted in front of the rubber. Studies the signs from Gunnard. He has the one that he wants. And here is the 0-1 pitch. Slider taken for a called strike. 0-2. 2 gone here in the top of the second inning. And now the waste pitch on the way low. Right down the heart of the plate, but just below the knees. A good pitch by Drew Hanna up there. Cody thought, maybe I should swing, maybe I shouldn't. It's ball 1. And now the 1-2 offering from Hanna on the way, swung on, and this one's hit foul out of play to the right. So the right-hander steps back into the hitter's box, measures the plate, and Hanna again has the sign from Gunnard. Short lead over at second by Lockhart. Now the 1-2 pitch, high for ball 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Shears in the on-deck circle as the Zephyrs have that first base dugout. Fastball misses outside for ball 3. 3-2 to Cody. So Cody has battled his way back into the count, found himself down 0-2. Now it's a full count on the Zephyrs catcher. Pitch is swung on, popped up right side, foul ground, and this one will make the dugout up the first base line, and Cody will come back to try it all over again. Pretty good at bat here by the Zephyrs catcher, Cody Clement. Again, fouled off one pitch, took one strike, and then watched 3 pitches outside of the zone before fouling that last one away. 3 balls, 2 strikes, and here is the Hanna delivery, high for ball 4. So Clement will draw a base on balls. That's the first walk given up by Drew Hanna. So there are 2 aboard with 2 gone here in the Zephyr half of the second inning. Good battle between hitter and pitcher. Clement, again, down in the count, battled his way back to a walk. Carter Shears, big right-hander, crowds his way into the front of the hitter's box. And stepping off the back of the rubber is Hanna. Three 0 Orofino. We are in the Zephyr half of the second. And the visitors threatening here with 2 runs aboard, 2 gone. And the first pitch, a fastball, misses just a little low, ball 1. Again, Nate Guinard, he is one of those players from Genesee. 4 schools represented here on this Orofino Merchant team. Orofino, of course, Clearwater Valley, Genesee, and Timberline. Now the 1-0. High for ball 2. And now time called once again as Guinard heads out to visit with Hanna. Make sure that they've got their signs square. Might even be talking about a defensive play as Guinard came up from out of his crouch on the pitch that was a little high, but he looked down to third base as if he thought Lockhart was going to try and make a run to the bag. 2 balls and no strikes to the right fielder Carter Shears. And from the stretch, Hanna straightens up. And the look back at second. Another look back at second. Now the 2-0. A bender a little high for ball 3. Well, Hanna's going to have to pitch to Carter now. He's quickly ready to go. Fastball right at the belt for a called strike. 3-1 to Carter. At second, Lockhart. At first is Clement, and both base runners take their leads, not being held on. The 3-1, swinging, strike 2. Carter started fishing for a pitch that was a little low and just off the black. Completely missed it. Hanna going to try and set him down here if he can to strike out the side. He's got strikeouts against Lindsley and Beeler. Now the 3-2. High for ball 4. And so Carter Shears will draw a walk, and that loads him up. With 2 away for the number 9 hitter, Taven Ebert.
Ebert on deck, number 28, Old.
You take a look at Taven compared to the 3 base runners that are ahead of him. All 3 of those guys out on the bags are stoutly built. Taven, a little slighter in build. Fastball swung through, strike 1. So Taven takes his sign from Shears up that third base line. Steps back in. With the bags juiced, Hanna will work from the stretch. Pitch is in there for a called strike at the hands. 0-2 to Taven. Hanna going to try and wiggle off the hook here in the top of the second inning. After giving up the single, got a couple of strikeouts, he thought, oh, this is going to be quick work. Now the 0-2. There's a called third strike, and that'll do it. Ebert will sit down, and the Zephyrs fail to score after loading them up here, and our score remains 3-0 after an inning and a half of play. Merchants will bring up hitters 8, 9, and 1 scheduled up. Christofferson, Altman, and Fabi after this.
We're jumping feet first into spring at Augie's Deli. On Johnson Avenue, Augie's is bringing back the ever-popular chicken salad hoagie. A filling and quick lunch, the chicken salad hoagie is fresh made right before your eyes, and there's mouth-watering goodness in every bite. The Augie's chicken salad is also available over a bed of fresh greens for those who are watching their weight. Light and refreshing, the Augie's Deli chicken salad available today. Come on by.
It is with great pride that Barlow Quality Trust congratulates the graduating classes of both Timberline and Orofino High Schools. What greatness you have brought to our communities through athletics, academia, and your good works in our neighborhoods. Barlow Quality Trust. Remember the name everyone counts on for top quality commercial, residential, and farm building trusses. Engineered and TPI inspected, Barlow Quality Trust Incorporated at 435-4348. Free delivery within 100 miles.
And again, we're back here at the ballpark at Orofino. Thanks a lot for listening in to American Legion Baseball on 13 KLER Orofino and on our YouTube channel, KLER1300 AM. Well, Orofino opening up the season here with Camas, Prairie. On June 14th, the Merchants will travel to face off against Lewiston. The Cubs right now are 2-1-1. And then Lewiston will be here next Friday. And then on Saturday, the Merchants travel to Sandpoint. And then on Monday, they will be at Northern Lakes. And so that's a look at the Merchants over the next week. Right now, they have a 3-0 lead over this Camas Prairie Zephyr squad. And Gavin Christofferson will lead it off for the Merchants. Tall right-hander steps in, closed stance, deep in the box, and Lindsley fires a first pitch fastball. That's taken for a strike. It ends up outside, but it's got enough pace on there that it just caught the front of the plate. 0-1. Here's the next pitch swung through, and the count runs to 0-2 to Gavin. Gavin hitting 8th in the order, and then it's Traven Altman who is on deck, the 0-2. There is ball 1, a fastball missing just a little low to Gavin. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Christofferson ready, and here's the Lindsley pitch on the way to him. Big swing and a big miss by Gavin. That is the 5th strikeout now for Sam Lindsley. So 1 gone here in the Merchant half of the second. That's going to bring up the 9-hitter. This is Traven Altman. Young man's got locks just spilling out from under that hitting helmet, and he'll take a first pitch for a called strike. And now Lindsley fires the fastball. That is taken for strike 2. Altman will have to protect here if he wants to keep his at-bat alive. And the Lindsley 0-2, way outside for a ball. 1-2. Louis Fabi is on deck. And now the 1-2. Swung on and fouled back as Traben had to stand on his tippy toes darn near. Rose that bat high above his head to get just a piece of it to foul it back into the screen. 1-2 now. Altman pulls that bat off his right shoulder, swings and fouls it out of the glove of Clement at home plate. Our home plate umpire came out in front and looked as if maybe the catcher Clement had gotten hit by it or something, and Everything seems to be fine. The count runs to a ball and 2 strikes on Traven. The right-hander Lindsley kicks that left leg and deals a curveball inside, swung on, and that'll do it as Altman will sit down. The second out here in the frame. And now we go to the top of the order for Louis Fabi.
Number 7, Bobby.
So Louis struck out but then reached on the pass ball. Clement just couldn't handle it. And Louis with some speed. Curveball, first pitch to him is taken for a called strike. The right-hander measures the plate, first the outside, then the inside, takes one practice swing and cocks it over his right shoulder. Here's the 0-1 that comes in high, 1-1. Lindsley ready to go to work as he fires from the windup. There's a slider, and it just missed. Ball 2. Sperano on deck. 2-1 to the third baseman, Louis Fabi. Swings at a slider for strike 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. From the windup, once again, Lindsley digs into the glove and begins his motion. And the pitch is swung on, and he must have got just a piece of it, did Fabi. Fouled it away. Count remains 2-2. Opens up his stance deep in the box at home plate, and the pitch 2. And missing away for ball 3. 3-2. Now taking his time off the back of the bump is Lindsley. Now he'll climb up. And the 3-2. Swinging third strike, and Sam Lindsley strikes out the side. Merchants still hold on to a 3-0 lead after 2 innings of play. We are coming back after this.
Like most backseat drivers, I'm all about safety. Dad, pothole.
Got it.
So Les Schwab Tires makes my job easy. With surfaces like brakes, steering, and alignment. Those cheap tire centers just throw on tires, and that's it. Now, I'm not telling people how to do their job. Linker. I'm just glad Les Schwab takes safety as seriously as me.
Help keep drivers and backseat drivers safe with Les Schwab Tires. Celebrating 70 years of doing the right thing.
It's in Park, right?
It's the end of an era. Friday night, Orofino High School hands over their diplomas to its newest graduates. Hi, this is Ian Stemrich of Best Built Builder Supply. Everyone in the store is a proud Maniac backer, and we wish to send congratulations to every one of the young men and women who will walk across the stage at the Maniac football field at 8 p.m. Best Built Builder Supply hopes you'll come out to send these fine people on their way. Good luck, all grads from Best Built Builder Supply. You've made us all proud.
Thank you once again for tuning in, Orofino American Legion Baseball, as we bring you the home opener. The Merchants and the Camas Prairie Zephyrs were through 2 innings of play, and the Merchants with a 3-0 lead. Here is Camas Prairie now to start off the top of the third, and it'll be the top of the order. Holes, McElroy, Gakoya. Holes bounced out to Schneider in his first at-bat. No defensive changes for the Merchants. First pitch on the way to Schneider. Starts him out with a curveball inside, ball 1. Ray Holes. There's the 1-0 on the way to him. Pitch is swung on, chopped foul up the third baseline, 1-1. You might remember the name Ray Holes, the Holes family, quite prominent all across the Camas Prairie, and especially in Grangeville. Had a big tack and saddle shop on Pine Street in Grangeville. It was his great-grandfather that opened that shop up, and he's known for his leatherwork all around the world. 1-1 pitch on the way to Holes, and he's going to foul this one off of the handle, and it goes off to the right into the screen for strike 2. At another radio station I formerly worked at many years ago, it was right next to the saddle shop, and I would go in there just take a look at some of the fine work that they did. Here's the 1-2 on the way to holes. There is a curveball just missing for ball 2. And a fine family, the Holes family, just a super family. 2 balls and 2 strikes to the leadoff hitter, Ray Holes. Ooh, this one gets behind the back of Ray as Drew came with a curveball, a slider, or something, just released it way too quickly. It goes right behind the back of Holes. Count is 3-2 now. And the pitch swung on and fouled back into the screen as Holes chases after a curveball. Got just a piece of it. Had it timed up nicely as it was fouled straight back behind home plate. McElroy is in the on-deck circle. Gokoya is in the hole. We're in the top of the 3rd inning. Low for ball 4, so Holes will draw a base on balls. That's the 3rd walk now given up by starting pitcher Drew Hanna. And that's going to bring Colton McElroy up to the plate. Colton with a high pop-up to second baseman Steve Bradbury back in the 1st inning. Holes with the lead at first. He's held on by the Merchants' Barlow. And from the stretch, Hanna comes with the first pitch. It's swung on, strike 1. Drew waiting as now McElroy will step in. He's ready at home plate, and Drew will come set about chin high. Runner going, pitches high. Here's the throw down to second. It's on a hop and sliding in safely with a stolen base as Holes. Pitch was taken high for a ball. 1 ball and 1 strike to McElroy. Again, Holes with a very good jump on the pitcher. That was stolen on Hanna, even though Guinard made a fine throw down to second base. Here's the 1-1, and it is behind the back of Guinard, and going to third base is Holes. Behind the back of McElroy, I should say. The ball came out of Guinard. It must have hit him. Saying that it hit him in the shoulder? It did, so it's a dead ball. So Holes will have to go back to second base as McElroy is hit by a pitch. So 2 aboard. Now, nobody gone here in the Camas Prairie half of the 3rd inning. Here's Gokoya.
Deck number 24, Lockhart.
So runners not being held on. First pitch to David is going to be swung on and hit foul out of play to the right for strike 1. So right now, Drew has only given up 1 hit. However, he has put 5 base runners on. Here's the 0-1. There's a curve that misses badly outside for ball 1, 1-1. And since the Merchants are short on staff everywhere, fastball low for ball 2, 2-1. It's going to be up to the starters really to try and get the job done. And so with only 10 players on the roster right now, you know Drew Hanna is going to have to work hard. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Pitch is swung on and grounded foul up the third baseline, 2-2. So base runners will reset. Holes at second, McElroy at first. Nobody gone here in the Zephyr half of the third inning of play. Now the 2-2 pitch on the way. There's a curveball, misses away. Here's the throw down to first, and out at first base is Colton McElroy. A nice slide tag by Dash Barlow. He took the ball to the foul side of first and just swung his arm around. McElroy ran into the back of Barlow. Barlow stuck the tag on him. There is one gone. 2-3 the put out. And the count 3-2, and a called third strike. Gakoya was taken off for first base. He got rung up for the second out. That's the fourth strikeout now for Drew Hanna. As Drew going to try once again to get off the hook here. 2 gone here in the third with a runner on for the cleanup hitter, Ryan Lockhart. Lockhart fouls the first pitch off to the left, back into the screen. 0-1. What a gift for the Merchants. Guinard with a nice throw down to Barlow at first to pick off McElroy, and then a looking strikeout to Gakoya. After a look by Hanna, out to second. Now he'll deal the 0-1. Instead, time is called by Lockhart, and it's granted. And so we'll start all over once again. The big cleanup hitter, Ryan Lockhart, singled in his first at-bat, stole second, got as far as third, but was stranded there last inning. Curveball missing away for a ball, 1-1. The big left-hander steps in, half-heartedly measures the plate. Here's the 1-1 on the way to him, just a little high. Ball 2, 2 balls and a strike. At second base is Holes. From the stretch one more time. The 2-1 delivery on the way. Swinging through a fastball is Lockhart for strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Drew Hanna right now has just enough to keep Camas Prairie off balance at home plate. They're swinging way ahead or way behind or under or over. Now the 2-2. On the way, outside, nice stop by Guinard. Ball 3, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Away from second, Holes. And now the 3-2. That's right down the heart of the plate for a called third strike. And once again, Drew Hanna wiggles off the hook as he gets Ryan Lockhart to sit down to end the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, 1 left out there. After 2.5 innings of play, the Merchants have a 3-0 lead. We're coming back to Orofino's half of the frame after this.
Congratulations, Timberline and Orofino High School graduates. This is Clearwater County Sheriff Chris Getz. After receiving your diploma, celebrating with family and friends, don't take the risk of drinking alcohol to celebrate your new success. Graduates, the memories of this time in your life are meant to last forever. Don't celebrate with drinking alcohol, and don't ride with anyone who has been drinking. You don't want your graduation memory to be that of getting arrested or having a friend lose their life because of alcohol. Good luck, Maniac and Spartan graduates, and whatever your future may hold.
The roar of the jet boats returns to the Clearwater River Father's Day weekend, and Clearwater Valley Health Orofino could not be more excited. Remember, while taking in all the thrills of the boats racing up and down the Clearwater, to pay close attention to all children, making sure they stay clear of the water. Wear your sunscreen and stay hydrated. Clearwater Valley Health Orofino, a member hospital of Kootenai Health of Coeur d'Alene, working together to offer more services close to home.
It's Merchant Baseball here from the ballpark at Orofino. Hi, everyone. I'm Jeff Jones, KLER. And for those of you who might be traveling outside the area and you want to continue to listen in, our Facebook page, our YouTube page is the place to go. You'll hear us there on KLER 1300 AM. Well, it's now the Merchant half of the third inning, and scheduled up hitters 2, 3, and 4, Joe Sperano, Dash Barlow, and Nate Guinard. Merchants with 3 runs on 1 hit in this baseball game. Camas Prairie, no runs on 1 hit. Sperano at the plate, he waves through the first pitch, a fastball from Lindsley, who's back out on the hill. 0-1. Working from the windup, Lindsley deals the 0-1. Comes back with a change for a called strike. 0-2. Sam Lindsley, the right-hander, digs into his glove and fires the 0-2. Swung on. It's going to be popped up. The shortstop, Lockhart, ventures back into the grass and makes the catch just in front of left fielder Ray Holes. There is 1 away. Just getting underneath a pitch that was about letter high as Sperano popped it up into shallow left field. That will bring up Dash Barlow. He has the Merchants' sole hit, and he waves through the first pitch. 0-1. Dash thinking first pitch fastball. That's exactly what he got. Nearly swung out of his shoes. He's got such a quick trigger, does Dashel. Now the Lindsley 0-1 swung on. It's going to be hit out to center field. McElroy venturing to his right makes the easy can of corn catch. There's 2 away now after a couple of fly ball outs on hitters 2 and 3. And that's going to bring up the cleanup hitter, Nate Guinard. Nate went down swinging in the first inning of play. Crouches down as he hits from the left side in the first pitch. That will be taken just a touch low for ball 1. Guinard, the big left-hander, waves that bat out there twice. He's ready to go. Here's the 1-0, a fastball missing inside for ball 2. 2-0. Working from the windup, Sam Lindsley kicks that left leg and deals the pitch. It's in there for a called strike to Nate. 2-1. Outfield playing straight away. Medium depth in left and right. Somewhat deep for McElroy in center. Fastball missing inside for ball 3. 3 balls and a strike to Guinard. Wearing 11 on his back, Guinard opens that stance up, looking to fire something down that right field line. Here's the Lindsley pitch on the way to him. Misses outside for ball 4. So Nate is on base for the first time in today's baseball game. It's Lindsley's 3rd walk against 6 strikeouts. So a 2-out walk for Guinard, and that's going to bring up second baseman Steve Bradbury. Bradbury is also one of Sam Lindsley's 6 strikeout victims. Starts him out with a changeup. That's going to be taken for a strike at the letters. 0-1. Guinard away from first base. He's held on there by Noah Beeler. And the pitch on the way to the plate. It's knocked down. Runner going, and even though Bradbury put up the stop sign, Nate Guinard took off, and so he has a stolen base. Count runs to 1 ball and 1 strike. From the stretch, Lindsley fires a 1-1 just below the knees for ball 2. Bradbury was a big hitter during the high school season. Hopes to continue that on here in American Legion baseball. 21 the count and the pitch. Just a touch low for ball 3. Cody Clement on the last 2 pitches, which must be right at the knees or just below, he's thinking it's a strike. And he gets up and then he stops thinking, well, how come that's not a called strike? 3-1. Runner going, and the pitch is outside on the play. Guinard goes from second to third as Bradbury draws a base on balls, and now the Merchants with runners at the corners. Things getting exciting with 2 gone here in the bottom of the third inning, and the Merchants, the owners of a 3-0 advantage. Sam Lindsley, who was ready to go to work on the hill, stepped off the back of the rubber. Now he wants to think about it and steps back up. Schneider at the plate. First pitch to him, that's a strike as it's letter high just off of the dish for strike 1. Easton drew a walk, got as far as second, but was stranded there in the first inning of play. Runners take their advantage at the corners from the stretch position. Lindsley, and now he steps off the back of the rubber once again. Merchants have done a fine job putting this game into motion. Lindsley thinking everything over. Runner going, here's the throw down to second, sliding in underneath the tag, and scoring from third base is Guinard. The throw was just a touch high to Ebert, but it was right on the money. Ebert slammed his glove down and missed the tag, and Guinard scores from third base. The Merchants are up 4-0. The pitch was taken for a strike to Schneider. Count 0-2. So Guinard steals home on the throw to second to make it 4-0. And Sam Lindsley taking all kinds of time out on the hill. Here's the waste pitch. Way outside. Nice glove by Clement behind the dish to reel that ball in. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Pitch on the way to Easton, called third strike, and that'll do it for the Merchants. But they pick up another run here in the third inning on no hits, no errors. They leave one out there. After 3 innings of play, it is 4-0 Orofino. When the Zephyrs come to the plate, it's Lindsley, Beeler, and Clement after this.
Summertime is the right time to barbecue. Your best built builder supply, Orofino, has exactly what you need to make outdoor gatherings a true hit. The Traeger Pro 22 wood pellet grill gives you 572 square inches of grilling space and an 18-pound hopper for extended cooking time, now $649.99. Plus, you'll find all the cooking tools and maintenance product for your Traeger grill on the shelves of your Orofino Best Built Builder Supply.
P1FCU wants to help you get out and explore the Pacific Northwest. Each time you make a purchase with your P1FCU debit MasterCard, you get entered to win a weekly prize. You'll also get entered to win our grand prize getaway, including 2 e-bikes and a stay at Silver Mountain. Win a little adventure from P1FCU, a Pacific Northwest original since 1938. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited. Find official rules and complete details at p1fcu.org/adventure. Insured by NCUA.
We're back here at the ballpark at Orofino. Thank you so kindly for listening in for Class A American Legion Baseball. I'm Jeff Jones, as the Merchants right now have worked through 3 innings of play against the Camas Prairie Zephyrs, and Orofino with a 4-0 lead right now. The bats for the Zephyrs, however, they've been able to come up with a couple of hard hit balls, but they have all been foul as they are just either ahead or behind most everything that Drew Hanna has tossed up there. Drew has only given up 1 hit to this Zephyr baseball team. He has struck out 5, he has hit 1, and he has walked 3. Again, as we said, that the numbers are very scant for this Merchant baseball team. Only 10 kids on today's roster. Sam Lindsley going to lead it off. He went down looking at a third strike in the second inning of play. Hanna begins a slow windup, and the right-hander deals the first pitch, a check swing that's fouled off to the right. 0-1. Not sure what Sam Lindsley was thinking about there. It looked as though it was going to be a room fastball, and he just plinked it off of his bat. Here's the 0-1. It is taken for a called strike. So Sam Lindsley just absolutely perplexed as to what Drew Hanna is going to toss up there. David Shears, head man of the Zephyrs up that third baseline, claps his hands and says, "Come on, Lindsley, hit the ball." Here's the 0-2. And that is a bender that comes in low for a ball, 1-2. Hanna working from the windup, and he starts his motion. High for ball 2, 2 balls and 2 strikes. No defensive changes. Here is the next offering, a fastball that's dug out of the dirt. Ball 3, 3-2. So Lindsley has worked his way back into the count. He was quickly down 0-2. Now the 3-2 on the way to him. Swung on. It's going to be popped up foul side of first. And over there and off of the glove is Dash Barlow. Barlow had it. He tried to make an over-the-shoulder catch, and just unfortunately it glanced off of his glove while he was in foul ground. And Lindsley gets another opportunity here at the plate for Camas Prairie. Would have been a nice out for Dash Barlow. Lindsley at the plate, and here's the pitch on the way to him. Swung on, a chopper over to the right side of the infield. Bradbury's got it. Makes the sidearm toss, and there is one away. Seems like it's almost been forever since we've seen a ground ball out. As a matter of fact, it was way back in the first inning. So there's one away here for the number 6 hitter for Camas Prairie, Noah Beeler. Noah went down looking at a called third strike from the Merchants starting pitcher, Drew Hanna. And the first offering is in there for a called strike once again to Noah. Big young man wearing number 9 down there for Camas Prairie. Zephyrs with their light blue or light gray unis. Pitches swung through, gets just a piece of it, does Noah. Fouls it away, and the count 0-2. Fouled it right off of the left instep of catcher Nate Guinard. Continually picks that foot up and trying to shake the pain off. You know that's just got to hurt. 0-2. Here's the pitch to Beeler. Inside for ball 1. So if I'm standing at the plate and Drew Hanna throws that pitch to me, I am bailing out of there. Beeler just stayed right there. Fastball swung on. He gets just a piece of it to keep his at-bat alive once again. Fouls it away. Came back with a change, and Noah knew that he had to keep his at-bat alive by just getting a little of that bat on it. Here's the 1-2. Curveball swung on. Fly ball. It will drop foul up the left field line. So Beeler will come back to the plate and get a chance to try it all over again. Good at bat here by Noah Beeler. Count is 1-2. He has fouled off 3 pitches. Here's the 1-2. Swung on, a chopper up the third base line, and is it foul or fair? Our home plate umpire says foul. That just skirts foul before it reaches the bag. Louis Fabian, the third baseman for the Merchants, would not have had an opportunity to get a glove on that. Here's the 1-2 pitch on the way. Another dinker foul over to the third base dugout. What an at-bat by Noah Beeler, the first baseman for Camas Prairie. It's not like Drew Hanna is going to, put a flamethrower up there and burn something past you. He's just trying to get a piece of it, Beeler is. And the pitch comes inside and hits him, and so he's on hit by pitch. Well, there's more than one way to get on base if you're Noah Beeler, and you take up a lot of room down there at home plate. A little curveball came in, probably all of 26 miles an hour or something like that, and just hit him on the shoulder. Time called, and we are going to have a pitching change, as that's going to do it for Drew Hanna. So we're going to make a break right here. Folks, don't go away. We'll come back right after this.
Like most backseat drivers, I'm all about safety. Dad, pothole.
Got it.
So Les Schwab Tires makes my job easy, with surfaces like brakes, steering, and alignment. Those cheap tire centers just throw on tires, and that's it. Now, I'm not telling people how to do their job. Linker. I'm just glad Les Schwab takes safety as seriously as me.
Help keep drivers and backseat drivers safe with Les Schwab Tires. Celebrating 70 years of doing the right thing.
It's in park, right?
It's the end of an era. Friday night, Orofino High School hands over the diplomas to its newest graduates. Hi, this is Ian Stemmerich of Best Built Builder Supply. Everyone in the store is a proud Maniac backer, and we wish to send congratulations to every one of the young men and women who will walk across the stage at the Maniac football field at 8 p.m. Best Built Builder Supply hopes you'll come out to send these fine people on their way. Good luck, all grads from Best Built Builder Supply. You've made us all proud.
We're back here once again to the ballpark at Orofino as after Drew Hanna plunks the hitter Noah Beeler.
You can't talk to the coach.
Coach decides it's a perfect time to go ahead and take him out as Drew Hanna goes 3 1/3 inning. Has not given up a run on just one hit, but the base runner out at first. Noah Beeler is the responsibility of Drew, and we have Traben Altman, who will come in from left field, and he will take over, so he's going to get the luxury of his 10 warm-up tosses. And he will deal with Cody Clement to start things off here in the 4th inning with 1 gone and 1 aboard. And Cody, he's had 1 at-bat. He walked back in the 2nd, but was left stranded out on the sacks. Again, 4-0 is our score. Thanks for listening in to Merchant Baseball on 13 KLER Orofino. Curveball in there taken for a strike by Clement. For those of you who are thinking about the evening news, you can catch that on our sister station 103.3 KLER FM. The 0-1 is a curve upstairs for a ball, 1-1. Working from the stretch is Altman. They'll come set chin high. The fastball misses wildly outside. Over rotation by Traben as he lets that right leg come way across his body. Fires that fastball that Guinard's got to pick up way outside. Pitch is low for ball 3. 3-1 now to Cody. Beeler has the lead over at first. Pitch is swung on, a comebacker, and this one is out into center field. Gathered up there by Sperano. There is the second base hit by Camas Prairie. And on the play, Beeler goes from first to second. So Clement with a single. 1 gone here again in the 4th inning of play, and that's going to bring up the right fielder Carter Shears. Got to wonder if this is Coach's son. Again, David Shears played Legion ball many, many years ago. Pitch to Carter is a curveball taken for a strike. Framed nicely by Nate Guinard, the backstop for the Orofino Merchants. Altman stands up tall, and here's the pitch swung through for strike 2. Beeler walks away from second, away from first is Clement, neither being held on, and a curveball missing outside for a ball. Good waist pitch by Altman. This pitch starts right down the middle and then breaks hard away from the right-handed hitter. The 1-2, swinging third strike, and that's going to do it for Shears. He is the second out here in the Zephyrs half of the 4th inning. That's the first strikeout for Altman since entering here in this frame, taking over for starting pitcher Drew Hanna. And that's going to bring up the 9-hitter Taven Ebert. Pitch on the way to Taven, swinging, strike 1. Altman with a big old gulp of oxygen. Now he'll plant that right foot in front of the rubber. Just got his toe on it. Oh, another curveball drops in there for a called strike. 0-2. That's a pretty good looking curve from Traben Altman. From the stretch, he'll straighten up. And the waist pitch is low, blocked nicely behind the plate by Guinard for ball 1. Again, just the toe by Altman on the rubber. And here is the 1-2. Swinging third strike, and that'll do it for Camas Prairie here in the 4th inning. No runs on a hit, no errors. 2 left out there. Our score remains 4-0 with the Merchants coming up in their half of the 4th after this.
Today you have numerous options when selecting your IRA, and deciding which account is right for you is one of the most important decisions you will make for your financial future. Hi, this is Terry Bowling with Camas Financial Services. Give me a call to find out which IRA fits your financial needs or to update your current IRA savings strategy. You can reach me, Terry Bowling, at 476-7100 or stop by my office at 230 Johnson Avenue in Orofino to set up a free, no-obligation appointment today. Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC. Hi, this is Terry Bowling with Camas Financial Services. I am available to help you select the right investment options when you are faced with early retirement, changing or losing a job, or any other lifestyle changes that warrant a review of your financial plan. You can reach me, Terry Bowling, at 476-7100 or stop by my office at 230 Johnson Avenue, Orofino, to set up a free, no-obligation appointment today. Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC.
Well, we are back here once again at the ballpark at Orofino as we go to the Merchant half of the 4th inning. Drew Hanna, Gavin Christofferson, and Traben Altman are scheduled up. And I see we have a pitching change for Camas Prairie. It looks as though it's Carter Munt who is out on the hill. He will take over for Sam Lindsley. Looks as though that's Clement still catching. I'm not sure if that is Lindsley, who has moved out to short. We'll try and catch any other changes out there. But again, Carter Munt is now the new pitcher here in the 4th inning of play. Merchants lead at 4-0. They have their 4 runs on just 1 hit. Want to say thank you for listening in here to Merchant Baseball. Again, the original start date was this past Sunday when the Pullman Posse were to come to town. However, that was rained out, and so now it's Camas Prairie here today as the home opener. The Merchants go on the road June 14th to take on the LC Cubs. On the 17th, Lewiston is here. That is next Friday. So we hope you'll come on out to that game. Then the Merchants on the road again on the 18th and the 20th. They'll be at Sandpoint and then at Northern Lakes. So what do we know about Carter Munt? He's a right-hander, slim-built young man, not as tall as Sam Lindsley, who dealt through the first 3 innings, but he's got some pace. Let's see how Drew Hanna reacts to it. So we're ready to go. Hanna steps in, and the first pitch to him is over his head for ball 1. Merchants wearing their red tops, trimmed in blue, white pants, blue socks. Here's the 1-0. Fastball swung on. It's going to be popped up behind second base. Ebert goes back there, and he'll make the catch. So there is 1 away. Big cut by Drew Hanna. He just wanted a little bit more of that.
On deck number 5, Altman.
That's going to bring up the young man from Timberline High School, Gavin Christofferson. Gavin played ball for the Merchants last year. It's nice to see him back in a Merchant uniform. Fastball taken inside. Ball 1. So the big right-hander steps in, waves that bat over his shoulder. Here's the 1-0. That is taken for a strike right above the belt and just off of the black. Munt working from the windup as he digs into the glove and starts his motion. The 1-1 misses outside for ball 2. We are in the 4th inning of play. Merchants with a 4-0 lead over the Camas Prairie Zephyrs. Home opener here for Orofino and American Legion Baseball. The 3-1 big cut at home plate by Christofferson. 2-2. Gavin ready once again, and the 2-2 pitch. That is just inside. Gavin jackknifes out of the way. He thought that pitch was a lot closer to him than what it ended up being. He's just looking for something square down the plate that he can take a hack at. Here's the 3-2 on the way to Christofferson. It's inside for ball 4. So Gavin is on base for the first time today. A walk given up by Munt.
At bat, number 5 Altman, on deck number 7.
First batter that Munt has walked. Again, the book closed on Lindsley, giving up 4 runs on a hit. He struck out 6 and walked 4. Altman, first pitch to him, curveball missing outside, 1 ball and no strikes. Christofferson away from first base. The young man really not built for speed. Pitch is swung on, a chopper to the shortstop, double play ball. Here's the relay to first, and it's out of the glove of first baseman Beeler. So they get the lead runner on the 6-4 putout. Christofferson goes down for the second out, but Altman reaches on the fielder's choice. So there are 2 away now. We go to the top of the order for Louis Fabi. A lead away from first by Altman. Breaking from the stretch, Munt deals the first pitch, a curveball up over the head of Louis for ball 1. Over at first base once again, Altman with the lead. He's held on there by Noah Beeler. Move over to first base, and the ball is off of the glove of Beeler. Not far enough away, though. Rocky Barlow comes down the first base line, puts that hand up, so Traben sees that, hey, listen, don't go anywhere. It's not far enough away. 1 ball and no strikes to Fabi, the leadoff hitter for the Merchants. Runner going. Here's the throw down to second, and safe at second base is Altman. Merchants with another stolen base. The throw by Clement took the second baseman Ebert all the way across the bag onto the third base side. So the Merchants with yet another stolen base. That is 4 stolen bases. Pitches in there for a called strike. 2 balls and a strike. Merchants have been putting the game into motion all game long. 2-1. Way off the dish. Clement can't come up with it, and so hustling down to third base is Altman. So Altman reaches on a fielder's choice, steals second, advances to third on a wild pitch. So the Merchants with another runner in scoring position. They would love to tack on another run here in the 4th inning of play, leading 4-0 over Camas Prairie. Now back to the windup is Munt, and he deals the 3-1. That is called strike at the letters, 3-2. Louis must have knew it as he stepped out and looked down to his coach at the third base box. 3-2 on the way to Louis. Curveball swung on, and that'll do it as the Merchants put a runner in scoring position but fail to score. They lead at 4-0. We are coming back the top of the 5th for Camas Prairie after this.
I'm all about keeping my family driving safe. Dad, pothole.
Got it.
So I insist we choose Les Schwab tires for safety services like brakes, steering, and alignment. Stuff those cheap tire centers don't offer. because I want a backseat drive with confidence. Dad, speed check.
Help maximize your mileage with a free safety check. Just swing by. Les Schwab Tires, celebrating 70 years of doing the right thing. Applies to passenger cars, SUVs, and light trucks only.
At Empire Lumber Company Weippe, we brag about our Pearson Weippe hometown spirit and community pride because of the people who live and work here. And more importantly, because we are so proud of our greatest natural resource, our kids. As you take pride in our community too, be sure to stand up and show it. Get involved, whether it's a community cleanup, attending a high school sporting event, or the Friday night June 10th graduation. Hoping we see you at commencement exercises. Empire Lumber Company Weippe.
We're here at the ballpark at Orofino High School, the site of American Legion Baseball. I'm Jeff Jones. Thank you for listening in. The Merchants right now have a 4-0 lead. Camas Prairie has had base runners all over the place. They went down quietly in the first 1, 2, 3, but then they left 3 stranded in the second, 1 in the third, and then 2 in the fourth, as the Merchants each and every time have been able to get the outs when they needed them. Now for Camas Prairie here in the fifth, it's the top of the order, Ray Holes, followed by Colton McElroy and David Gakoya. Pitch is swung on, and this one over the stretched glove of Easton Schneider at shortstop out into left field. So another base hit for Camas Prairie. That is their third hit of the day. Just a little flare. Easton Schneider went back for it into the left field grass and then made a leap, and it just made it over the top of his glove. McElroy steps up. Here's a bunt. It's laid down nicely up the first base line. Here's the throw, and oh my gosh, safe at first base is McElroy. I would venture to say that coach should come out and say, where's video replay of that? That was a bang-bang play. Barlow came up with the throw to Bradbury, who covered.
At bat number 29.
But McElroy is on number 24, with a single on the play. Holes goes to second. Gakoya now with 2 aboard and nobody gone. Squares to bunt, pulls it back. Pitch misses away for a ball. 1-0. 2 consecutive singles here for Camas Prairie. Runners again will take their leads. Pitch to Gakoya, fouled back into the net. 1 ball and 1 strike. What a nice bunt by McElroy up that first base line. Merchants looked as though they had the out on McElroy, but our fielding umpire said no, safe was McElroy at the bag. Pitch misses away, a slider outside for ball 2. 2 balls and 1 strike. Ryan Lockhart on deck, Sam Lindsley in the hole. Camas Prairie making some noise here in the fifth. They have had base runners, like I said, all day long with the exception of that first inning, but they've just not been able to get anybody across. There's a bunt, and it's fouled at home plate. 2-2. Ball was fouled straight down into the plate, where Gakoya ran into it, forced it out into fair ground. Holes at second, McElroy at first. Nobody gone here in the fifth. The 2-2. There's a slider just outside for ball 3. 3-2 now. Runners take their leads. From the stretch, Altman straightens up. Pitch is swung on. It's going to be popped up off with the mask. Guinard over in foul ground makes the catch for the first out. So Gakoya pops up for the first out here in the fifth inning of play. 1 away for the cleanup hitter Ryan Lockhart. Ryan is 1 for 2 on the day. He got Camas Prairie's first hit of the day, a single back in the second inning of play. Made it as far as third base, but was left stranded there. Altman straightens up, checks the runner, and he'll come to the plate with the first pitch swung through, strike one. Lockhart nearly swung out of his socks on a pitch that came inside. He saw it, tried to shorten up his swing, and that took that left leg and put it all the way in front of the right. Here's the 0-1, swinging strike two. Lindsley, the on-deck hitter for Camas Prairie. And again, chin high with the ball. Fastball swung on and fouled back. Just underneath it is Lockhart. The count will remain 0-2. Straightening once again, Altman. Pitch is swung through for strike three, so Lockhart goes down. The second out here in the frame for Camas Prairie. It's the second strikeout now for Traven Altman.
At bat number 4, Lindsley.
Again, Altman came in relief of starting pitcher Drew Hanna in the fourth inning. Lindsley's going to someone up into the glove of the second baseman, Bradbury. What a catch! Bradbury has a fantastic leap on a pitch that was dying over his head. He makes the catch to retire the side. No runs on 2 hits by Camas Prairie. They leave 1 stranded. Or 2, excuse me. Our score remains 4-0. We'll come back right after this.
P1FCU wants to help you get out and explore the Pacific Northwest. Each time you make a purchase with your P1FCU debit MasterCard, you get entered to win a weekly prize. You'll also get entered to win our grand prize getaway, including 2 e-bikes and a stay at Silver Mountain. Win a little adventure from P1FCU, a Pacific Northwest original since 1938. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited. Find official rules and complete details at p1fcu.org/adventure. Insured by NCUA.
From Zach and Lily at Fiesta in Jalisco, they wish to congratulate the graduating class of 2022 at Orofino High. Celebrate this milestone with a delicious lunch or dinner at Fiesta in Jalisco. Tasty plates of tacos, tostadas, enchiladas, and fajitas. A gift certificate is also a great idea for the graduate. Congratulations are in order for the 42 young men and women who can now call themselves Maniac Grads. From Fiesta in Jalisco, Johnson Avenue, Orofino. Congratulations.
We're back here once again at the ballpark at Orofino High School. The opening day for the Orofino American Legion Class A baseball. I'm Jeff Jones. Thank you for listening in. What a fine play by the Merchants' second baseman, Steve Bradbury, to come up with a flare off of the bat of Sam Lindsley to retire the side and save a run. Our score, 4-0. Joe Sperano will lead it off. And the first offering to Joe misses low for a ball, 1-0. Carter Munt back out on the bump for the Zephyrs. Here's the 1-0 on the way. High for ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes. Carter comes back with a fastball that won't come down into the strike zone. Joe walked and scored back in the first. He is 0 for on the day. Slider off of the dish for ball 3. 3 balls and no strikes. We're in the bottom of the 5th inning. Merchants up 4-0 over the Camas Prairie Zephyrs. Pitch on the way. That is a strike taken on the outside, Black to Joe. 3-1. From the windup, here's the Munt 3-1 pitch. It is at the knees for a called strike, 3-2. So Carter Munt has battled his way back into the count. 3 pitches that didn't miss by much. Sperano with an excellent eye. Here's the pitch on the way to Joe. Going to be chopped at. Pitch is going to be popped up foul side of first and out of the glove of the first baseman, Noah Beeler. And what are we going to say? They're going to say out at first base as Joe Sperano, running straight down the line, couldn't avoid first baseman Beeler and made contact with him. Beeler dropped the ball, and so our fielding umpire calls Joe Sperano out.
At bat number 6, Barlow. On deck number 11.
One away.
Bernard.
Barlow takes a first pitch for a called strike, 0-1. Daschle, 1 for 2 on the day with a run scored, had an RBI as well. Fastball jackknifing out of the way is Dash for ball 1. Working from the windup, Munt has the sign and deals the 1-1. Swung on, a chopper over to the second baseman, handled on the second hop. The transfer is good. There are 2 away. Taven Ebert over at second base came charging in, got a big old Sunday hop on that ball. Is able to retrieve the ball out of his glove and makes a nice sidearm throw to Noah Beeler for the second out. And that's going to bring up the Merchants cleanup hitter, Nate Guinard. Nate's still looking for his first hit of the day. Fastball, and it goes behind his back, or behind his legs, ball 1. Pitch from Munt got up there in an awful hurry, but it looked as though it just went right behind the thighs of the kid who wears 11 down at home plate, Nate Guinard, the catcher for this Merchant squad. 1-0. Next pitch from Munt. This one is going to catch the outside black for a called strike, 1-1. Big left-hander standing down at the plate looking to connect on something. Here's the 1-1 to him. That's a changeup missing away for ball 2. 2 balls and a strike. Had a lot of pace on it, but was not Munt's fastball. 2-1. The pitch on the way. Fastball inside. Did it hit him? No, it just came off of the glove of Clement for ball 3. Oh, it did hit him. Now they're going to go ahead and send him down to first base, hit by pitch. That is the first batter that Munt has
number
hit.
15, Bradbury. On deck number 1, Schneider.
So 2 out, 1 aboard here for the Merchants, and that will bring Steve Bradbury up to the plate. Bradbury with the fine catch over at second base to retire. Pitch is thrown high. Here's the throw down to first, and it is not in time as Guinard is back at first. Guinard had a heck of a lead over at first base. 1 ball and no strikes to Bradbury. Here's the 1-0. Swings through a pitch, maybe a touch late on the fastball. Bradbury, 1-1. Guinard with the lead over at first. He's held on by Beeler, who extends that glove, and now the pitch. This one is in the dirt past Clement, and so down to second base goes Guinard on the wild pitch. Big turn. Wants to see if Clement is able to retrieve that ball. Thought maybe would have an opportunity to go to third base. But, you know, he's a catcher, and so catchers are not really known for their speed. They just got big thighs from squatting behind the dish all day long. 2-1 now to Steven. Here's the pitch to him. Pitch is going to be swung on, hit high in the air, shallow center field. McElroy coming in. He will make the catch to retire the side. So the Merchants failed to score after putting another base runner on, but they have a 4-0 lead after 5 innings of play. Don't go away. We'll come back after this.
Summertime is the right time to barbecue. Your best built builder supply, Orofino, has exactly what you need to make outdoor gatherings a true hit. The Traeger Pro 22 wood pellet grill gives you 572 square inches of grilling space and an 18-pound hopper for extended cooking time, now $649.99. Plus, you'll find all the cooking tools and maintenance product for your Traeger grill on the shelves of your Orofino Best Built Builder Supply.
Once upon a time, there was a sleepy bear in search of a place to nap. Like the inside of a car. A coupe? Too small. An SUV? Too big. A station wagon? Just right. But as his eyelids began to get heavy, we covered it. Talk to farmers. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
For auto, home, life, and commercial insurance, see me, Greg Kimberling, in Lewiston at 622 Bryden Avenue.
And we're back here once again. Thanks a lot for listening in. As we are through 5 innings of play now, and the Merchants up 4-0 over the Zephyrs of Camas, Prairie. Want to thank you for listening in here to 13 KLER Orofino and on our YouTube channel, KLER1300 AM. So right now, Merchants with a 4-0 lead. They have their 4 runs on just 1 hit. The Zephyrs, they have no runs on 4 hits. Again, the Merchants have just been able to put up some stellar defense. So now that Traven Altman has finished his warm-up tosses, Noah Beeler will lead things off here for Camas Prairie. Noah has was hit by a pitch in his last at-bat, but was left stranded back in the 4th. Pitch is going to be swung on. Fly ball into shallow center field, and it's going to be a Bermuda triangle as it drops in between Bradbury, Sperano, and Christofferson. And once again, Camas Prairie with a little single to start things off. They have been hitting the ball pretty well, but they just have not been able to get a base runner across. 1 aboard, nobody gone here for Camas Prairie. Here is Clement. Clement's going to hit one just on the grass to the 3rd baseman. Fabian's toss is not in time. And so 2 consecutive singles here for Camas Prairie. Just a little nubber off of the bat that Louis Fabian comes running in on the grass and makes a nice throw, but it's not in time. So 2 aboard on 2 singles here in the 6th. And just quickly, Dylan Midstock says, hey, are we sure about that play? Are we sure that's not an out over at first? And our fielding umpire says, no, he was safe all the way. Carter shears now. Squares to bunt. And he'll pop one and go foul up the 3rd baseline. So a quick strike on Carter. Just got underneath a pitch that was about letter high. Popped it up. It started fair up the 3rd baseline, but didn't have any opportunity to stay that way as it bounced foul on this 2nd bounce. So Shears studies the signs from head coach David Shears. Shows bunt once again. There's the bunt, and again it's hit foul up the 3rd baseline. So more than likely the bunt going to be taken off on this next pitch with 2 strikes on the right fielder, Carter Shears. Camas Prairie trying to do anything they can to get a run across as we get into the latter innings of this game. And if small ball is what it's going to take, that's what they will do. Here's the 0-2. Swung on, fly ball into left center field, and it'll be the center fielder Sperano who makes the catch. He'll quickly get the ball into the infield, and everybody has to stay put. So Shears flies out the first out here in the top of the 6th inning. Merchants, again, lead it 4-0. So Carter Munt is now going to come in and hit here in the 9th spot. Carter's going to put a flare out into right field, play it on a hop by Christofferson, rounding 3rd and taking a look as the ball comes in, holding up as Beeler. So another single by Camas Prairie. Carter Munt comes up with a big hit here, and the bags are juiced
number 28
here for Camas Prairie.
On on deck number 17.
Now we'll go to the top of the order for Ray Holes.
McElroy.
3 consecutive singles. Beeler is at third, Clement at second, Munt at first, and the fastball is inside to Ray Holes for a ball 1-0. 1 gone here for Camas Prairie here in the 6th. Pitch is going to be swung on, sliced out into center field, diving and making the catch. Here's the throw to third, and it is in time. They are going to get the out at third base on Noah Beeler. A double play. A sliding catch by Sperano out in center field, and quickly he throws to third base to Louis Fabian to double up Beeler, who had gone too far down the line. A big double play, and the Merchants put aside Grangeville here in the 6th inning when they had their biggest threat of all. Our score remains 4-0. Don't go away. We're coming back right after this.
Like most backseat drivers, I'm all about safety. Dad, pothole.
Got it.
So Les Schwab Tires makes my job easy. With surfaces like brakes, steering, and alignment. Those cheap tire centers just throw on tires, and that's it. Now, I'm not telling people how to do their job. Linker. I'm just glad Les Schwab takes safety as seriously as me.
Help keep drivers and backseat drivers safe with Les Schwab Tires. Celebrating 70 years of doing the right thing.
It's in park, right?
The future of Pierce Weehype lies in the hands of some pretty great kids. Mary Ann's Grocery Weehype wish to applaud the efforts of the 15 seniors who will graduate Friday 10th at 5 at Timberline High. What a great job you've done, and we know you'll make us all proud. Mary Ann's Grocery, where you can always count on a convenient stop for everything you'll need, from fish and game licenses to ice and a cold soda to take fishing. Good luck, Spartan grads. We know you'll truly succeed in life. Mary Ann's Grocery Weehype.
Thanks for listening in to our ball game. I'm Jeff Jones, and the Merchants coming up to the plate here in the bottom of the 6th. And scheduled up are Easton Schneider, Drew Hanna, Gavin Christofferson, hitters 6, 7, and 8. My gosh, what fantastic defense for the Merchants. 3 singles given up by the Merchant Traven Altman. Beggs are juiced with 1 gone, and then Ray Holes hits into a double play to get the Merchants out of it. Easton Schneider steps in. Munt back out on the hill for Camas Prairie. Fastball misses away, 1-0. Munt came in back in the 4th inning to replace Sam Lindsley. Lindsley had given up the 4 runs on the 1 hit. Inside, and kerplunk, Easton Schneider gets hit by the pitch. That's the second batter that Munt has hit, and so the Merchants put yet another base runner on. Orofino with their 4 runs across is one thing, but they've not had a whole lot of base runners. As a matter of fact, through the 5 innings, they've only left 4 base runners out on the sacks. Drew Hanna, pitch misses away. Here's the throw down to first, and back standing up Schneider. 1 ball and no strikes to Drew. Hanna put the bat on the ball, but popped it up to the second baseman, Taven Ebert. And a move over to first base, and back again standing up is Schneider. Schneider wears 1 on his back, and now he's going to take a few steps away from Beeler, who will hold him on the bag over at first. The 1-0 on the way to the plate. Swung on, and this one's going to be hit out into center field, and on the run, making the catch, is McElroy. Orofino's been putting the bat on the ball, but the unfortunate thing is they've just been hitting it right at someone. This one was to McElroy. Had a chance, but McElroy exhibits some speed out there in center field and makes the catch running to his right. 1 away.
Number 5, Alden.
This is Scharnhorst, who has come in to hit for Christofferson. Pitch is way behind the back of him. Clement can't hold on to it, so over to second base goes Schneider on the wild pitch. So again, Cole Scharnhorst, one of those young men from Genesee, will get his first at-bat. 1 ball and no strikes to the young man hitting from the left side of the plate. Fastball skips away from Clement. So again, another wild pitch moves Easton Schneider another 90 feet. He is in scoring position. Scharnhorst from the left side measures the plate. 2 balls and no strikes. Munt will work from the windup now as he climbs up onto the rubber. The infield playing on the grass for the run at the plate. The 2-0. Late swing, strike 1. Scharnhorst gets his first swing, and he was just a touch late as Carter comes with a fastball. Ball was in the glove about time he pulled the trigger. The 2-1, swinging strike 2. Cole a little bit more on top of his trigger that time. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 gone. At third base is Schneider. Pitch on the way. It's inside and it hit him. And so Cole Scharnhorst at first base, hit by a pitch. That is the third batter that Munt has hit. And now Coach David Shears calls time as he wants his entire infield to gather around him. As puts his hand on the back of Carter Munt and says, okay, this is what we need to do here. If we're going to make some noise when we get around to the top of the 7th, we got to stop it right here. There's 1 out here in the 6th inning of play for the Merchants, but they have runners now at the corners, and Traven Altman, the 9-hitter, is scheduled up. So I do not believe we're going to have a pitching change, as Munt still has the baseball in his glove. And the conversation broken up by our home plate umpire. Everybody heads back to their infield positions. Camas Prairie will continue to play on the infield grass, or at least first baseman Noah Beeler will. Everyone else heading straight away defensively. Altman now. Munt will work from the stretch. Runners take their leads at the corners. Pitch misses away for a ball, 1-0. Let's see if the Merchants elect to try and push Scharnhorst towards second. He's got a tremendous lead over there. Not being held on. Pitch is high for ball 2. Again, the Merchants have scored 1 run in our game today. Guinard stole home on a stolen base. Pitch is laid down, a nice looking bunt. Here's the throw to home, and it's not good as Noah Beeler picked the ball up with his bare hand, and the ball went flipped out of his hand. Scoring from third base is Easton Schneider, as Traven Altman successfully lays the bunt down,
At bat,
and that'll be scored as an error on Beeler over at first base. The first error in our baseball game, as a matter of fact, and on the play, Cole Scharnhorst goes to second. Now we're back to the top of the order for Louis Fabi. Fastball inside, 1-0. So the Merchants pick up another run. They lead it 5-0 here in the bottom of the 6th inning. And to turn and throw over to second base, diving back in is Scharnhorst. From the stretch, Munt straightens up, set chin high, and the 1-0, swinging strike 1 by Louis. Scharnhorst at second. Altman at first, there by the air on the first baseman. The 1-1 pitch. There's a strike on the outside for strike 2. 1-2. One more time. Munt straightens up. Here's the 1-2. Swinging third strike, and there are 2 away here in the Merchant half of the 6th inning.
Bat number
That's
2.
the first strikeout recorded by Carter Munt. He's walked 1 and hit 3. Sperano now. First pitch to Joe is a called strike. Again, Schneider reached when he was hit by a pitch, went to second on a wild pitch, third on a wild pitch, and then came home. There's a good-looking hook for a called strike, 0-2. Nothing in 2 to the center fielder Sperano, who made a fantastic catch and double play. Swinging third strike. That'll do it for Orofino here in the 6th. 1 run on no hits, an error, and 2 are left out there. It's Camas Prairie's half of the 7th when we return after this.
Good luck, grads of Orofino and Timberline High Schools. Hi, this is Marilyn at Orofino Marketplace. On behalf of everyone here, we wish the Maniacs and Spartans the best in your continued success.
There's good news for area shoppers. Orofino Marketplace is now a Harvest Food store. Great buying power for your family 7 days a week when you shop Orofino Marketplace, your new Harvest Foods location.
Home of the 10-pound meat sale, Orofino Marketplace, where we say congratulations, graduates.
The forensic analyst searched for clues to what could have caused the house fire.
Could that be
traces of starch? Suddenly the pieces came together. The fire was started by
an over-microwaved potato?
And we covered it. Talk to farmers. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
At 622 Bryden Avenue in Lewiston, see me, Greg Kimberling, your local farmer's insurance agent.
Thank you for listening in to The Merchants on 13 KLER. I'm Jeff Jones as we go now to the visitor half of the 7th inning. It's do or die time for Camas Prairie. They're going to be bringing up to the plate McElroy, Gokoya, and Lockhart. Merchants lead it 5-0. Traven Altman on the hill. Fires the first pitch, swung on, hit hard out into left field, giving chase and over the outstretched glove of Hanna. McElroy on his way into second. He'll take a turn and look there. That's the first extra bases hit of this baseball game. It's a double to Colton McElroy as Camas Prairie not looking to go down quietly here in the 7th inning. Again, Camas Prairie 2, 4, 6, 7, 10 base runners that they've left on. First pitch is in there for a called strike to David Gokoya, 0-1. McElroy away from second. Altman deals a fastball that's off of the glove of Guinard, and going from second to third base is McElroy. A passed ball off of the glove of Nate Guinard. It was a little on the outside. Guinard was able to get a little bit of his glove on there. The count runs to 1-1, and low and outside the next pitch for ball 2. 2 balls and a strike. Traben working very quickly. The 2-1 swung on a ground ball to the left side of the infield. Schneider has it. Here's the toss. It is good. But on the play, Camas Prairie scores their first run on a sacrifice off of the bat of David Gokoya. 6-3 the out. There's one away, and our score now is 5-1. Camas Prairie is not in a position, however, where they can trade outs for runs. Ryan Lockhart. He'll take the first pitch up high for a ball 1-0. Lockhart singled in his first at-bat to lead off the second, but then has struck out since then twice. The 1-0, slider taken for a strike, 1-1. Altman working very quickly as he works from the windup. The 1-1, fastball swung on, and this one's going to be hit foul back here into the stands for strike 2. 1 ball and 2 strikes. And time called. I'm not sure what's going on here. Is there an extra baseball back here? There is. David Shears saw that and he said, hey, I need somebody out there to collect that up behind home plate. Don't know how that got lost back there. It's been sitting there from between the innings. The 1-2 is swinging at a pitch way outside. Here's Guinard's throw down to second, and there are 2 gone here in the 7th for Camas Prairie. And so the Zephyrs down to their last 3 strikes, and it'll be Sam Lindsley who is scheduled up. Yes, it is Sam.
At bat number 4, Lindsley. On deck, number 9, Beeler.
Traven Altman. First pitch is going to be swung on. Fouled off of Lindsley's bat, 0-1. Kind of like this young man. It's the first time we've seen him. He's out of Clearwater Valley, or Kuski, and he works very quickly. Altman kicks and fires. The 0-1 swung on, a ground ball to the left side of the infield. Fabian has it. The long toss. It is good, and just like that, the Merchants win their home opener after the 5-3 put out on Sam Lindsley. The final score of this one here, the Merchants 5, the Zephyrs 1. As, wow, the Zephyrs out-hit Orofino all day long in this one. 8, 3, 5, 7, 8 hits. The Zephyrs with 8 hits. The Merchants 1. But it doesn't matter. It's just about how you get base runners on. It all looks like a single in the book when you get hit by a pitch or you walk, and that's where the Merchants made the Zephyrs pay. 5-1, our final score here. Don't go away. We're going to take a break. We'll come back after this.
It's amazing that we wear something different every day to work and try our best to change up our look. New shoes or shirt or even a haircut can really make a difference. But when was the last time you changed out those glasses? If it's been more than a couple years since you visited your optometrist, now's the time. Dr. Rick Lindgren and staff at Family Eye Care are here to take care of your family's eyes. If your vision changes, even slightly, those old glasses you're wearing may not be doing you any favors. It only takes a few minutes to have your eyes professionally examined. You just may be surprised at how much you've been missing. Find new brand name frames for less than you might think. Accentuate your personal style with statement-making glasses for a look that's bold, original, and unforgettable. Let Family Eye Care help take care of your eyes. Call and make an appointment today at 476-4814. Family Eye Care, Michigan Avenue, Orofino, and Highway 12 West in Kamei. Come on in and see the difference.
I'm all about keeping my family driving safe. Dad, pothole.
Got it.
So I insist we choose Les Schwab tires for safety services like brakes, steering, and alignment. Stuff those cheap tire centers don't offer. Because I want a backseat drive with confidence. Dad, speed check.
Hit the road safely with Les Schwab and save up to $150 when you buy select tires with financing. Les Schwab Tires, celebrating 70 years of doing the right thing. Limited time offer. Terms and conditions apply. See leschwab.com/sale for details.
42 seniors graduate from Orofino High School Friday, June 10th, and Renata's Cakery on Main Street could not be more proud of these fine maniacs. Both Renata and Ryan Norland are maniac grads themselves and are excited about this year's 2022 class. Renata's Cakery, come by and order your graduation cake. If you have a house full of guests, make sure to pick up an extra dozen donuts to keep everyone happy. Renata's Cakery, Orofino, where we say good luck, maniac grads.
Hi, it's Kylie from Orofino Physical Therapy and Wellness. I encourage you to visit us today, and let's talk about ways to get your body strong and healthy.
Orofino Physical Therapy presents their top 3 list for starting an exercise plan. Number 3, drop pounds. Number 2, increase muscle and overall strength. And number 1, regular exercise is a great way to reduce pain. Strengthening your core can decrease back pain and protect against future injury. Find your number 1.
24 hours, 7 days a week. Open when you want to work out. It's Orofino Physical Therapy and Wellness.
It's a time of celebration. This is Sergeant Vince Frazier with the Orofino City Police. On behalf of all my officers, we'd like to congratulate the 42 graduating maniacs with a job well done. With that said, OPD wishes to say this is not a time to participate with parties involving alcohol. Besides being illegal, drinking impairs your judgment, leads to bad decision making, and can put you on the wrong side of the law. Please celebrate responsibly. The Orofino Police Department wishes to say good luck to the class of 2022.
We're back here at the ballpark at Orofino as we do a real quick rundown of our book. And just a quick glance shows that Camas Prairie 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 out-hit Orofino today, but Orofino played errorless ball. Just a fantastic outing. My gosh. So Camas Prairie scores 1 run on 8 hits, no merchant errors. Camas Prairie was their own worst enemy, however, as they left 10 on the base pads. They left them loaded in the second, 1 in the third, 2 in the fourth, 2 in the fifth, 2 in the sixth. My gosh. The Merchants score their 5 runs on just 1 hit in today's baseball game. And that came in the second inning off of, in the first inning off of the bat of Dash Barlow, who had an RBI single. And that was the only time that Orofino hit the ball today. Otherwise, it's walks and hit batsmen that put base runners on. And the Merchants just ran the bases extremely well today, 5-1. The final score, Orofino defeats Camas Prairie. Don't go away. When we come back, it is our player of the game from our friends at the Pizza Factory after this.
Why do your friends and neighbors choose to shop locally at Orofino Marketplace? It's because of the low prices, quality food, and the smiles you'll see on our employees every day. Orofino Marketplace is your hometown marketplace where we believe in community, donating to area food banks, Little League sports, and community-wide events. Orofino Marketplace is all about our hometown values and that personal connection with you. Open daily when you need us the most. Orofino Marketplace.
P1FCU wants to help you get out and explore the Pacific Northwest. Each time you make a purchase with your P1FCU debit MasterCard, you get entered to win a weekly prize. You'll also get entered to win our grand prize getaway, including 2 e-bikes and a stay at Silver Mountain. Win a little adventure from P1FCU, a Pacific Northwest original since 1938. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited. Find official rules and complete details at p1fcu.org/adventure. Insured by NCUA.
To the graduates of Orofino and Timberline High Schools, Simmons Natal Enterprises congratulates you on a job well done. 12 years of reading, writing, and arithmetic, and not to mention skin knees on the playground, dried out peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, and 4 years of JV sports. But all in all, most will say it was well worth it. Simmons Natal Enterprises is happy for all you've accomplished and wish you future success. From everyone at Simmons Natal, good luck, grads.
And we're back here once again at the ballpark at Orofino, where the Merchants come away with an opening day victory over the Zephyrs from Camas Prairie, 5-1. We're lucky to have a couple of the players up here to visit with us real quickly. We're going to start with Nate Gennard, tonight's catcher for this Merchant squad. Congratulations on the victory here today, Nate.
Great. Thank you. Great to hear it.
Tell me a little bit about your experience here with the Merchants so far, all right?
Yeah, so this is my first time out here. I really like to see the team kind of coming together, starting to see the team chemistry start to come through, seeing some big-time plays and big moments. a team that ends up coming clutch in a lot of big situations, like our second baseman making a spectacular diving play on a line drive, and everybody, kind of freaked out after that. Big time situations, team comes through. That's all you can really ask.
Well, you come up with a 5-1 victory, but your club only has 1 hit on the day. How do you explain that?
We got walked a lot. Got walked, hit by pitch. But I will say, if they did throw us anything over the plate, I think a lot of our guys would have done the job with the pitch. But we sort of, took what we were given today, so to speak.
So, Nate, you played your high school ball at Genesee, right?
Yes, sir.
And do you feel it prepared you well for summertime baseball? And have you played summertime baseball anywhere else?
Yeah, I actually played for the Twins LC Legion program last summer. And I'll probably be flip-flopping back and forth between this team and the crew this summer.
All right, very good. And so with the low numbers, you know that you're going to get a lot of playing time here anyway. Is that something that will help you to stay with this program?
That's not really too much of a factor. I think I just like to do my job wherever I'm at, wherever I am on the field, so to speak. I'm not too worried about it, but I really do like to see a squad, even though it's small, kind of come together and do the job and fill those holes.
And you got to feel pretty good about your play behind the dish today, right?
Yeah, I mean, job's not finished yet. We still got another one going on today. I kind of slacked off looking at the scoreboard in the last inning, did something I shouldn't have done, but other than that, I think I did my job today.
All right, Nate, I'm going to have you pass the headset on over. We're going to visit now with Drew Hanna.
Thank you.
You bet. Drew, go ahead and get that plastered on you here real fast. Congratulations on the victory here today.
Thank you.
Tell me a little bit about your experience here so far. Of course, you played Orofino High School baseball and playing Legion ball this year. Your dad played this game pretty well. Does he give you a lot of hints along the way?
That's right, yeah. He's always giving me pointers and things I can work on. He's always telling stories of when he played Legion and all the stuff he used to do, and telling me that I can be just as good or even better than he was.
All right, so tell me a little bit about starting out today on the hill, if you would.
You just got to kind of come in with confidence. It's a key part of pitching. If you go up there knowing you can do it, you do good, and that's what I think I did with it. Walked a few too many, but still got the job done. Didn't allow any runs.
You struck out 5, walked 3, hit a couple on that second hitter that you plunked anyway. Coach came out and said, "You got any left in the tank?" Or did he just say, "We're going to go ahead and give you a break from here on out"? How'd that work?
Pitch count was getting kind of high. Decided that didn't want to overthrow me because we're going to be throwing me a lot this summer. So just wanted to go with a fresh look for them, trying to throw off their balance and keep plugging along in the game.
All right, very good. So are you excited about this season coming up?
Yeah, really excited. Should just expect to see good things from this team.
Same question that I just asked Nate here a moment ago. With the low numbers, you know that you've got to be here every day to practice, every day to play, and so you expected to, not get a break for the summer?
Yeah, that's right. It's a big commitment for sure, but I'm ready to make it, and I think everyone else here is ready to sacrifice their summers for this program.
All right, well, we want to wish you and Nate the best of luck, as well as the remainder of your teammates in the second game, as well as throughout the season. We wish you best of luck, all right?
Thank you.
All right, very good. That's, once again, a couple of the merchants. We'll be hearing from them all throughout the season. We're going to take our last break. When we come back, it's that Pizza Factory Player of the Game after this.
P1FCU wants to help you get out and explore the Pacific Northwest. Each time you make a purchase with your P1FCU debit MasterCard, you get entered to win a weekly prize. You'll also get entered to win our grand prize getaway, including 2 e-bikes and a stay at Silver Mountain. Win a little adventure from P1FCU, a Pacific Northwest original since 1938. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited. Find official rules and complete details at p1fcu.org/adventure. Insured by NCUA.
The morning paper arrives and you just can't extend your arms far enough to focus on the print. Does this seem like a typical day for you? Help is just an appointment away with Family Eye Care in Orofino and Kamei. Dr. Rick Lundgren is the Valley's trusted optometrist when it comes to your eyesight. Family Eye Care's highly trained staff will make sure your family has the finest in air care and eyewear. Call for an appointment and let Dr. Rick Lundgren perform a complete eye examination with the latest technology available. Single lens, bifocal, or progressive eyeglasses. Accentuate your personal style with statement-making glasses, contact lenses, sunglasses, and designer frames. Family Eye Care on Michigan Avenue, Orofino, and on Highway 12 West in Kamei is your stop for name brand frames, optics, and people who really care about your eyesight. Family Eye Care, where most insurance coverage is accepted, along with major credit cards. We put your family first at Family Eye Care.
We toss them, they're awesome. Pizza Factory.
It's back. The Pizza Factory reintroduces the all-you-can-eat buffet. Lunchtime in Orofino means all-you-can-eat pizza, breadsticks, soda, and a delicious salad bar packed with fresh greens, fruits, and proteins. The Pizza Factory all-you-can-eat buffet is absolutely delicious. Monday through Saturday, 11 to 2, and Sundays served noon till 2.
We toss them, they're awesome. Pizza Factory.
And we're back here at the ballpark at Orofino to wrap this one up. The Orofino Merchants will open up their season with a 5-1 victory over the Camas Prairie Zephyrs in this first of a doubleheader. Merchants, 5 runs on just 1 hit. Camas Prairie, 1 run on 8 hits in this game. And if you were to look at it from a hitting standpoint as to who we should give the Pizza Factory player of the game to, the Merchant Bats just were not here today. The one hit that Orofino had was Dash Barlow with that RBI single back in the first. But we're going to have to truly look at defense here today. How do you allow a team 8 hits and hold them to just 1 run? Well, it starts by some fine defensive play, and you got to go out to when Camas Prairie made their biggest threat in the 6th inning. 3 consecutive singles, load up the bases with just 1 out. And then Ray Holes, the leadoff guy who has just been putting the bat on the ball today, making all kinds of connection. Well, he hit a hard ball out to center field where Joe Sperano came running in and went down to his knee to make the catch. Has the presence of mind to get to his feet and fire an absolute strike to Louis Fabian over at third to double up the base runner Noah Beeler, and the Merchants do not give up a run in that 6th inning. And starting off that double play, Joe Sperano. What a fantastic job by that young man out there in center field. We honor him with our Pizza Factory player of the game. And for his efforts, he'll receive a personal pizza and a medium soft drink of his choice via our friends from the Pizza Factory. Come on out and watch the second game, folks. It's scheduled to get underway here in approximately 20 minutes. Our next contest is coming up on Friday when the Lewiston Cubs come to town. We hope that you'll listen in. 12:45 is the pregame. 1 o'clock is the first pitch. I want to thank, for the Merchants, Nate Gennard and Drew Hanna for coming up and visiting with me here in the postgame show. For our in-studio engineer, Phil Lamont, I'm Jeff Jones. We'd like to bid you all a very pleasant good afternoon.
Thank you for listening today to Orofino American Legion Merchant Baseball and their quest for North Idaho Class A banner. Today's game has been brought to you by a host of Big Blue Merchant faithful, and we hope you will thank them for their sponsorship of this broadcast. Best Built Builder Supply, Les Schwab Tire Center, Kimberling Insurance Agency, Orofino Physical Therapy, Family Eye Care, Orofino Marketplace, Riverside Physical Therapy, P1FCU, The Pizza Factory, and Terry Bowling of Camas Financial Services. Please continue to listen in for more exciting Merchant American Legion baseball on AM 13 KLER, a Central Idaho Broadcasting sports presentation.